Dude, it's because I'm sitting tall. I gotta drive.
Okay, I gotta sit down.
But,
What's up?
okay. So, event was yesterday.
Yeah.
Didn't exactly go as planned. Obviously, for our guy Zach. Spot, Mabel, Red Lake Studios, having us out. We appreciate it. It was a great time. After pulls were awesome. The entire event was great. So I guess we'll get started off, Zach. We'll talk about your match with Garrett. What did he do that surprised you?
Well, his elbow to fingertip was actually longer than mine, so my game plan kind of got crushed there.
Hey, Drew. Sorry to cut you off.
No, Drew's in. Nice. Hey,
Yeah.
Drew. Yeah, his hand was really big and strong. His cup was... The problem was his containment through his cup. He wasn't necessarily power gripping me or anything. He was just kind of floating, really smart. Kind of like I was doing. He was almost matching me in the setup, which really fucking me over because I wasn't getting anything, right?
Yeah.
So every time we went go, I would in an angle and he would already be kind of set in his lane and I'd be trying to get to it. So he would pull me out before I could get really where I needed to go. And he's just a stronger guy. He was just too strong, too much cup. It did feel when he would go sideways that there was, if I could just get some sort of hand control, I might be able to do something, but his hand was just too dominant. I tried going high, I tried going a little lower, I tried flopping, I tried rolling out. I tried it all, but it just wasn't in the cards.
Yeah, definitely, like, from what I saw, I was in his corner, so I didn't have the great commentary view like I did for all the other matches, but I think, like, especially we talked with Garrett afterwards. Garrett said he felt the arm power was there, not too far off. Garrett, I would say, had a strength advantage for sure, but it was a lot of that was in the hand. I think Garrett knew that Zach really likes his pronated press from film, and he did his best to keep Zach's pronation at bay, which he did really well. Anytime you watch the match, you know, Zach's kind of going under, and it was in like a supinated stance because Garrett was really cupping, and it was good. He did good. It was really nice to meet Garrett and his dad. They were super cool.
Oh yeah, his dad was awesome. Pulling with his dad, right?
Yeah, you know what? Great things coming for both you guys, honestly. I know you got a little couple tweaks going on, but once that heals up, you'll be right back there.
It happens, man.
Yeah. And then second was Vladimir and Chris Johnson.
Vladimir, yeah.
You know what, guys? I'll tell you what. Vladimir's a freak.
Yeah.
But Chris Johnson is no joke. Gripped up with him after 198 puller. Super solid.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not 100% right now. Like, I've been pulling the last 4 or 5 days in a row, just going all over. But he felt very solid. He's got a thick hand. Out Washington team, all their guys did really well. Yeah, I mean, but Vladimir's just, like, you can tell he trains hard. Definitely different. Nightmare said, bring us on. Nightmare, I don't know how to work this, to be completely honest. I want you guys on. We'll have a proper discussion about it when I get set up and everything.
Yeah, we jumped on the live straight through the phone on YouTube.
Yeah, we're just doing while we're, you know, burning some time kind of thing.
But Dan, are you guys doing something tomorrow?
Yeah, we can do something tomorrow.
If you guys are doing something tomorrow, Dan, we can hop on.
Message me on Facebook, Dan. We'll figure it out. We'll talk about your match in a bit here. We'll go down the list. But yeah, Vladimir's awesome. Super nice guy. Asked him about some training things just in general.
Yeah, he looked...
Yeah, freakish. Very good hook. Very good drag. Smart drag. Things like that. So, it was awesome.
And then next, what do you think? Match of the night?
Match of the night?
I think so. It was match of the night, man.
Yeah.
I think so.
I would say contest.
Was it the only 3-2?
I think it was the only 3-2.
I'd have to say match of the night then.
Yeah,
Closest
Hunter
match.
and Sam, man, they're beasts.
What a match, man.
Yeah.
What a match.
Could go on about this one forever.
Yeah.
Got, review came into play, though, or else it would have been 3-0, which I thought was interesting.
Yep.
Referee tapped us on the shoulder, said, hey, I think you guys should look at that again. They had a third referee. Gave the other referees a chance to look. They determined elbow foul before the pin. Then Sam got into a groove. Very interesting on Sam's part. I was impressed because it's tough once you get pinned like that, and when your thumb's grabbed onto, you get pressed, you try and get hand control. Sam stayed with it. After round 4, I was like, man, I think Sam might have this.
That press?
Especially because we have seen a track of Hunter getting in his own head a little bit, right? So something that I was like, oof.
He was really match. I was in his corner. He knew what he had to do. He could feel it.
Yeah.
He knew that his hand was blowing up, and he knew that his cup, iron. He wasn't losing that cup, so he doubled down on the cup. Doubled down, made a few adjustments, get a little more pressure in the back.
They were so even inside, man.
So good, man.
Very
awesome. What a barn burner, man.
I knew they matched up well. I knew they matched up well. So that was a fun one for sure. I know. Here's the thing with, I love the fact that we have technology where we can look back at reviews and stuff, but it's also kind of a blessing and a curse because referees can't see everything live. And if you went and nitpicked every single match and looked at every review, you can call little hops that always go in your favor, against your favor. I think that was a completely fair win on Hunter.
Yep.
With that being said, I completely think that Sam has the right to ask for a rematch on that at the same time.
3-2, man.
Yeah, you don't get much closer than that.
Yeah, it doesn't. It really.
Yeah. And then moving on, Vladimir Miles.
Vladimir and Miles. Vladimir coming off a right-hand match, going on to another right-hand match.
Yeah, man. He's a beast.
And he pulls Miles.
This guy, actually.
Right?
Yeah.
That guy's, he's good, man.
You don't see that level. You don't see two right-hand wins like
No.
that. $1,000 for him. Good for him.
Right?
Yeah.
I did that once long ago.
Yeah.
That was when I was starting. It was amateur. Like, to do that pro is very...
Yeah, man.
You got to be confident, and you got to know who you're pulling.
But I thought... I don't know. I didn't pull Vladimir. I kind of wish I would have now. It is what it is. But I know his cup is probably insane. But I think it's very interesting that neither guy tried to fight the cup. You know what I mean? Like, they both went in. Whether that was forced or not, obviously hard to determine. But I know Miles likes his low hand. And so, just to me in the setup, it didn't look like Miles was committing that low hand.
And he did at one point.
He got the hand.
He got a good bite. He got the hand.
And then I think he just made a mistake and got sucked in.
Well, when he got the hand, he didn't move his elbow anywhere.
Yeah.
So he just kind of stayed static with it, and then.
And with the guy as experienced as Vlad, when you roll out like that, like he's constantly giving this pressure, right? So any pressure off of your pronation, and all of a sudden, boom, you're back where you don't want to be. And then he gets into his power.
Yeah.
So, no.
Because if you're in, and then you can end up chopping down, you'll get a lot more on someone, right?
Very dominant win for Vlad, though.
Yeah.
As well, especially 2 matches. It's crazy, man.
Yep.
Match number 5. Which one was that again? You pull that up. 9 people. Hey,
Joe
guys.
Fair and Roger Learned.
Man, let me tell you what, Joe Fair, beast.
Yeah.
He's something else. He was having a bit of elbow problems. He had a couple matches at Mabel and whatnot, and it was like, okay, I've seen him perform better, kind of what's going on. He said he had elbow pain, and then I think he really, really proved yesterday that, hey guys, I'm back, I'm ready to go, because beating a awesome competitor like Roger is no.
And there was that one round where he just looked like he stayed dead in the center. Joe didn't move.
And Joe with a backwards top roll.
Yeah.
Nothing crazy, but back pressure.
Yeah. And Roger's no joke.
Yeah, and I think that shows how much he respected Roger, because let me tell you, Roger's got a really, really good hook, and Joe was like, I was saying all week, I thought those guys were going to go inside and bang it out, and that is not what happened. So, hey, great work, both guys. Joe came out victorious there. Overall, really, really fun match, though.
Oh, yeah. Fun to watch. Roger didn't give up, man. He tried everything.
No, he had tough guys, man.
Oh, dude.
They put him against the cream of the crop for the country folk. Yeah. And next one?
Next one is Mason versus Aiden.
Yeah, Mason versus Aiden went exactly how I thought it would go. I know Aiden's really torquey and bindy on that inside, and I thought there might be a couple spots where he can get a stop. But the problem is Mason, the way he arm wrestles, he'd never arm wrestled a guy like that before. It's too fast, too unorthodox, and he just drags you into deep, deep water. And then, of course, if you get a stop on him, it doesn't really matter, because he changes the angle so fast.
Yeah, because Aiden at one point he jammed his body kind of forward to the front and kind of got a little bit of a stop.
Yeah.
But then, and like you saw him, he's kind of acknowledged like, not bad. But then Mason kind of came back.
Yeah. Well, that one round Aiden was first. which is really good
that's probably the one I'm talking
really
about,
good for him.
Yeah.
If you're first and get on top of him like that, but it's just the thing is Mason can pull most people out of it.
That's the thing is Mason's so good. I mean, I think Aiden did really good.
Yeah.
I think he was a bit hard on himself.
100%. But you know
Before
what?
the match, especially, I think but I think he did a good job, as best as he could have done. Really, he went up against a guy.
Great experience for a 20-year-old blower like him, man.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
2 20-year-olds, one at the top, and one getting there.
Oh man, Aiden is
really good.
If not getting there, he's pretty close to that because let me tell you, I've seen him beat a lot of guys, a lot of good guys.
He was talking about going to Worlds after his performance. I think he could go to Worlds.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. And then is this Ben and Len next?
Ben and Len. Yep.
Ben and Len was one of those matches where, to a viewer who hasn't watched arm wrestling a crazy amount, they're like, oh, what's going on? But to someone who arm wrestles, you could see that they were battling in the setup.
Yep.
Len was getting the hit every time. Ben's locked back pronation pressure is something
I was
else,
watching
man.
Ben was putting everything into catching Len. He was not hitting back.
Yeah.
Just catching, but it was enough. As soon as he set, he just drove.
Yeah, once he got locked in, it was crazy. He
Which
like
is
that
smart.
kind of opened up top roll where he's just attacking your
Normally,
hand.
I wouldn't say that's a smart thing to kind of catch, but in this circumstance, Len was too fast, so he knew he had to do something. And and Len got close. When he drove, he'd get close, but not close enough, right?
Yeah, man. No, super fun match to watch. Referees did really good on this one, I think, keeping it composed. They fouled Ben out in the first one, and then they kind of took control from there. Did what they have to do. 3-1 win for Ben.
3-1 for Ben.
3-1 for Ben. Yeah. Len's hit, man. Good though, hey.
Great hit.
Yeah. Especially out of the straps, I thought he might have had something, but at the end of the day, you could see.
It's hard to. Me and him were me and Len kind of did the same thing by the bottom. We both trying to fucking roll out.
I saw Ben pulling Vlad in the after pulls, and that back pressure is legit, man.
Legit. Yeah. If a guy just has too much clamped on you, there's nothing you can do.
Yeah. What was the next one?
The next one is Sean Lester versus Jason Ciardi.
Oh man, that was a fun one. Sean with a dominant performance, but Jason is no joke.
No.
He did very well. Sometimes when you're coming back, it's tough to gauge where you're at, and especially when you're going against another guy who's coming back. That's when you can maybe see some mismatches, just because it's like, okay, I think I'm here. This guy's coming back too. Let's do it. But he might have just been, coming back better. Something went better in the training, things like that. But no, that was a good one. Very quick match, but lots going on in that one. It was nice.
And then Roger Learn got back up on there
against Jack Severa, man.
Jack
that guy's
Severa.
legit.
That guy is 100% legit.
Yeah, he said he won IFA Worlds. Good for him. Just the way, I was saying this in the commentary, but you can tell by the way he pulls that he pulls a very orthodox, like a European style stance. Shoulders immaculate, gets in there, did his top roll, and then instantly got shoulder involved. And like wherever he was following his arm really well. It was really nice to watch. Roger was strong though, man.
In that third round, kind of caught back a little bit, but then Jack was kind of had a smile on his face.
Even round one though, man, when he surged, when Jack was making an adjustment, and it was like, oof, and then, man, that was a close match.
Yeah, Roger really showed up. He did show the potential and how good he is.
Yeah.
He's just taking on guys that are kind of like me, taking that next level,
Yeah. Well, and you know what? Man, those guys are good. It's crazy. So much fun. Such fun.
You want to be the best, you got to pull with the best.
Yeah, 100%. And it's always a learning experience too, right? Because now, I guarantee you, Roger's on his flights back thinking, man, I could have done this, and then you go back, you get to training, you do a couple things different, and that's a completely different match, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then another big match of the night, Playboy Roy versus the Nightmare.
Yeah, man.
And I think Kevin had a couple nightmares after that.
Yeah, man. I love Kevin to death. He's an awesome guy. Dan, super cool guy too. I was very excited for that one. Kind of went. No, I'm not gonna say how I thought it would have went because it didn't exactly go how I pictured in my mind. But in general, the story was the same for me. Dan got what he wanted with the hand, took over, and then by the time Kevin was able to set that hook, he was a little gassed. I think they're very, very close in the hook. I think Dan showed, actually, hey, I can hang in the hook with this guy, which is very, very cool. Because Dan, you know, he always talks about his top roll, but hey, he's got other tools in the tool belt. He's got big things coming. Because Kevin's no slouch, man. Kevin is going to come back. He's going to have a good match. He's going to
Kevin was last year #1 in Montana 165.
Yeah, I mean, there you go.
No slouch, man.
And yeah, great work, Dan. That was an awesome watch. Got to pull with you after. I know how strong you are. So
Dan put
I'm
on
just
a
weak, frail, and old nowadays, man.
Too old.
Crazy.
No, I mean,
maybe one day I'll be able to hang with these guys.
Playboy did all he could. He tried. Put a lot of effort. The effort was there, but yeah, Dan just had too much stylistic advantage kind of everywhere.
Yeah, the only thing that I thought was interesting was I thought that the hook differential was going to be a little more. I thought if Kevin got in there at all, even in an uncomfortable position, that he was going to be able to pull Dan over. Yeah. But
that was tight. Dan was very tight.
Yeah, that was
the number one thing I'll say about Dan. Tight.
Tight, knows his setup, does what he does.
Yeah.
Very good.
Very good.
Now we're on to the main event, I guess, eh?
We are on to the main event. Now.
Yeah, photo radar. I see you.
I see you.
What is it? 100 here?
Yeah, it's 100.
Okay.
So, Jolene Anderson versus Madison Walker.
Man, Madison Walker is legit, eh?
Well, all I got to say about that is, well, that was quick.
Yeah.
It was
domination.
Domination.
From start to finish.
Just A to B, boom.
At no point in that match was I like, Jolene is in it.
The setup, right from the setup, I saw Jolene trying to cut the bone line. Yeah. I'm like, okay, she might go in.
Which I thought was very interesting because Madison said specifically that she did not know from the start if she had it. But when I saw the setup,
that's what I
was like, I think Madison's got
it. It looked like Jolene was coming forward a bit, and Maddie was more like super neutral, like super planted.
Yeah.
Which, if you're kind of leaning forward and someone's super planted, sometimes you get pulled off balance, right?
When she has the coaching and the people in her corner that when you work with them, you understand what you have to do. Even if you don't completely have the confidence in what you're doing, you have the confidence that they're telling you what you're doing is right.
Exactly.
Sometimes you need that. Sometimes as a polar, it's like, I don't know. But then that person's like, you're doing it right. Or I've worked with this with them a million times. I know they're telling me the right thing. So
exactly.
Yeah, no.
Great job. Her first super match as well.
Yeah, it's just crazy. She's got she should call it some big names, work her way up there.
Yeah.
Someone said Sarah Backman. I think that's a bit of a stretch.
That's
especially if that's your first super match. Work your way up a little bit. Still do some local competition.
I mean, I would go for Elizabeth chick, Jacked.
Oh yeah.
Was that the Challenger Series? I'd go for her before I'd go for Sarah Backman.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't think she's even there yet either, but there are levels in the female division for sure.
But yeah, no, keep doing what you're doing. It's working good.
She looked crisp, I'll say that.
City Slickers was great having you out on this side.
6-5 for the City Slickers. They won.
Good for them. It was awesome.
Let's talk about the event as a whole, kind of getting there. So when we first got there, we
pulled up.
Yeah.
Got a hotel, chilled out, waited for the City Slickers to show up, went and met them that night, which was cool. Felt kind of bad because they were like tired, and we're just like, yo,
dude, we got there late. They were up since 2 a.m. and we got there like 10
2 a.m. the night before.
So we're there and we're pulling them and freaking
2 a.m. their time. So it was
they were all nice. Like every single one of the New Yorkers or the Tri-State area guys or the City Slickers, they were all awesome people.
Yeah, no, it was great. Great to see them all. Great to meet them all. Steve Fernandez, awesome job, man.
I love you, Steve.
Yeah, no, that was slick.
No, Steve's a really good guy.
And then, I mean,
we went to weigh-ins at Whiskey Ridge.
Yeah, I got to announce weigh-ins, which is cool.
I had fun.
I don't know why they give me such big responsibility jobs, but I'll take it. I'll take it while I can.
Yeah, I had fun at the weigh-ins.
Yeah, no, really, really good time.
Had a couple of drinky poos, you know.
Weigh-ins were fun. Everyone kind of got to get a feel, face off. It gave me a better idea of what I was going to experience the next day. Jumped in the booth, got to chat for a few hours anyways, talk about all these awesome matches.
Yep.
That's about it. Hey, Sylvester. But yeah, guys, no, as you saw earlier, Dan was in the chat. This is just a quick live. We're going to be cutting it off here soon.
We'll do a joint collab there with Dan and
this Tri-State guys. Yeah. I got like another 4-hour drive, dropping Zach off in like hour and a half.
An hour and a half.
So,
yeah.
getting back today, starting work again tomorrow. So, guys, thanks for tuning in and watching. We appreciate it. I know Brian hasn't been in these lives. He's been involved doing other things. It's just we rode together, so we thought we'd do some lives. Brian will definitely be back when we're back on Zoom, guys. Yeah, I mean, that's about it. All right, guys, cutting it off here. Oh, cut. Damn, he's ripped.
Is that left arm, man? I need a left arm
He
match.
needs a left arm match. All right, guys, peace out.